Billy with Gilbert Travels here, back for my very first flight of 2022 at Seattle-Tacoma Airport. Tonight we're going to be taking a domestic red-eye flight in economy. Not that long ago I was based on the East Coast and I wouldn't have imagined taking domestic red-eye flights, but being based out here in Washington now, I've become quite adept at it. I've done quite a few of them that I haven't reviewed because nighttime flights are hard to film well, but I did decide it was a good idea to bring you along on tonight's flight, so let's get inside and talk some more about it. For the second year in a row, I'm going to start out the year with Delta Airlines tonight on a flight from here in Seattle over to New York's JFK. Thanks to my American Express Platinum card, I have access to the Sky Club here at SEA, so let's head over there and talk some more. The Sky Club at SEA is easy to love, and basically all the pandemic cutbacks are behind Delta, at least here in their lounge system. That means a full hot and cold self-serve buffet, and some grab-and-go snacks for the plane as well. I already ate dinner before the airport, but I decided to indulge in a little local Ivar's clam chowder to go with my gin and tonic, and a marshmallow treat bar. I love the big windows in this Sky Club location. They allowed me to see the tail poking out of my plane this evening, a 757-200. I then took the opportunity to head upstairs to check out the second level of this lounge. So you could easily be considering that taking a daytime flight would be vastly preferential, but I will tell you, with the time change, heading from west to east, if you take an early morning flight from here in Seattle, by the time you get over to your destination on the East Coast, like New York, it'll already be close to the end of the day. Add to that you'll have to get up really early, say 4:30 a.m. to make it to the airport and get on your 6:30 a.m. flight. You really aren't getting that good of a night of sleep anyway. So instead of waking up early and heading to the airport, you might as well just stay at home, have a nice dinner, take a leisurely drive over to the airport, and get on board your plane instead. Getting to your destination when you otherwise would be waking up to take your first flight really adds basically a whole extra day back to your travels. So hard to put a price on that. So having done a few domestic red-eyes myself, how do I recommend getting through it the best? Well, unlike an international red-eye flight, you are not going to be provided any bedding or amenities, so I tend to always bring my own along with me to help me sleep, like an eye mask and a blanket and pillow. Those items really help you get a little bit of sleep and rest. I also like to do some of the just normal routine things that you do at home before bed. Take your contacts out if you wear glasses or contacts, brush your teeth, little things like that. Of course, it also helps to have a little bit of a nightcap right before the plane. Just a couple months ago, I flew on Delta's 757-200 in their Delta One lie flat business class. Tonight, I'm returning to the same aircraft and I'm going to be in economy. Booked this evening's flight for 6,000 sky miles and was upgraded to Comfort Plus with my silver medallion status. Plane's pretty empty this evening, so it looks like I've scored a whole row to myself, so it won't be too miserable of a time. Be able to lay flat in my poor man's first class here on this evening's crossing. So anyway, that's the theory of domestic red-eye flying. Let's head down to this evening's aircraft and get on board, see how it goes tonight with Delta Airlines. Tonight's 757-200 is Delta's Type 75S, one of 5 configurations of the 757-200 that Delta flies, in addition to the longer 757-300. It features 16 Delta One lie-flat seats forward of door 2, 44 Comfort Plus seats, and 108 main cabin seats. Tonight's aircraft was delivered to TWA in 1999, then became later part of American's fleet by merger in 2001, and was then transferred to Delta finally in 2007. Tonight's Comfort Plus seat came with Sky Priority Boarding, allowing me to get on board just behind Delta One flyers and turn right as one of the first passengers in this smart-looking cabin in a typical 3x3 configuration. Comfort Plus is Delta's extra legroom product, and it features 34 inches of seat pitch on this aircraft. Of course, having a whole row to yourself never hurts either, as I did here tonight in row 24, D, E, and F. These seats are available to purchase as their own class of service, as an upgrade on the seat chart, or as in this case, can be received as an upgrade for Delta's Medallion status members. Delta 1 on this route is also eligible for upgrades, however my Silver Medallion status left me number 5 on the list, even with the light crowd tonight. Okay, so welcome to Comfort Plus on the Delta 757-200. Got of course your entertainment screen with USB power, headphone port. Got your adjustable tray table here with cup holder. Nice amount of leg room. Extra storage pocket for phone. Multiple pockets here for your airline literature and personal items. Power plug. Of course, it's a good looking seat with an adjustable headrest and a nice diamond stitching, red accent. Be comfortable for today's crossing. One big plus to flying Delta domestically in the US is their continued dedication to in-flight entertainment screens. I used mine briefly tonight to check out the route east to JFK. Really, the overhead controls and the bins are the only hint of how old an aircraft this actually is. It was a foggy January evening in Seattle, and even though the area doesn't have long snowy winters of many other cities at this latitude, there was ice on the wings, so we needed to sit tight and wait on the de-icing truck for a few minutes. In the meantime, I had a look at how my bed tonight would be shaping up. I was fully prepared to do this in a seated position, so being able to lie down at all was definitely a welcome improvement.
Have a little bit of frost, so we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of. It should not take long, and then we're going to get you underway. Once we're en route, 4 hours, 34 minutes. We're going to do everything we can to get a good ride. It's our pleasure having you aboard.
The de-icing fluid really does a number on the window views, so thank goodness I wasn't planning on much there anyway for this red-eye flight. Three economy seats still really don't hold an over 6 foot tall adult all that well, but I'm ready to get off to sleep. And indeed, I managed to get several good hours of rest, waking up later over Chicago and stretching out my sore legs. A flight attendant came through the cabin with water about then, so I enjoyed a sip as we passed over the bright Detroit metro area down below, then nodding off again. After a bit, I head back to the mid-cabin lavatory to wake up a bit for the morning. An hour left to go in the flight. Slept a good solid 3 hours there. Was able to sleep on my side and on my back. Overall, obviously it's not a business class seat, but it's not too bad. Definitely still beats sitting upright here tonight in a pinch, so relax till we get on in to York City. So here's the mid lavatory on the 757. Nothing too special. As we started to come over the city lights, an artificial dawn mood lighting gave way to the bright lights of the pre-landing checks, letting us know that we're only minutes away from touchdown into New York City's JFK and the start of another pre-dawn day. Overall, I found tonight's flight downright hospitable. Hopefully, you got some tips that will serve you well for your own red-eye adventures in the sky. So there you have it. That's your domestic red-eye experience and my tips on how to make it a sensible choice Let me know what you think below. Would you be willing to try out a domestic red-eye after watching this video? For now, it's good to have you along for that trip. And Billy with Gilbert Travels here. I will see you on my next flight. Please remember to like, comment, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be made aware first when more content is available. As always, thanks for watching.